Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's Dalton's Bengals going up against Cousins' Redskins. With that, let's send you up to Landover, where we say hello to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. We are here on a beautiful afternoon for football. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Washington Redskins. The kicker, Dustin Hopkins, set to get this one going. And we are underway from FedEx Field. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Hill. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. By the way, partner, you know who wouldn't mind seeing the Cleveland Browns every week?
I'm going to guess Jeremy Hill.
The man we just saw, Jeremy Hill. Yeah, week 7, 168 yards. And then week 14, 111 and a touchdown. Not bad.
Not bad at all. And he does find his way into the end zone despite whoever they're playing. If you look back over the last couple of seasons, I believe only DeMarco Murray is keeping pace with him in touchdowns on the ground. Jeremy Hill has a nose for the end zone. In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those three guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit. One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. So they are going for it. Now Dalton. And it is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. The first carry now for Rob Kelly. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Now Cousins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The defensive starters now for Cincinnati.
Vontaze Burfict is a super talent and a fierce competitor. He can do it all at the linebacker position.
10 yards to go on 3rd.
Here we go now. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 3rd down. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. But there is a penalty marker down. They might be forced to try this one again. So they're operating in the red zone. Now Kelly on the toss. And he'll take this one down near the 15. You know, Charles, head coach Jay Gruden said that he wants to get Rob Kelly more involved in the final month of the season. We'll see how that plays out.
And they should, because his running ability will really help out the entire offense overall. Being able to pound it inside, he can actually get to the perimeter. He has enough speed to do that. But when they do want to throw it, he can catch it. But does an excellent job of pass protection for his quarterback, Kirk Cousins.
Hit the end zone against Philly, had 16 carries. carries. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles.
All right, here we go.
But when he can make the play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Deshaun Jackson, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Redskins have taken a first-quarter lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And with a new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to cover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Following the penalty, it's Hill. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. They get the penalty yardage back plus a yard, 6-yard gain, and it's 2nd and 9.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Second down, Dalton. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So we have now seen connection number 1 between Dalton and Adriel Jeremiah, A.J. Green.
Say that again?
Adriel Jeremiah.
Look at you. You are full of knowledge and information. And you know something? I bet Andy Dalton learned his full name as well because he figured out quickly, this is going to be my number 1 target. I got to know this guy in a big way.
Dalton, 1st and 10. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. First drive for this offense today, and our first chance to get a look at Tyler Eifert.
And he's part of the new wave of tight ends in the NFL. They use them in every position, sometimes even by themselves as a wide receiver.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. Hill, the lone setback. Passing, it's Dalton. Complete to the right side, it's Eifert. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
There's completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed, I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
They'll run now with Burkhead. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Here's Dalton. And this is incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs. And here come the Redskins now. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
And an encroachment penalty here will cost them 5 yards.
And it makes it so simple, doesn't it? An easy free 5 yards for the offense given to them by the defense.
Now it's 2nd and 7. Cousins now on 2nd down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It's a gain of 5. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
All right, here we go.
They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. Jordan Reed has it. 22 yards on the pickup there. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It goes as a gain of 8 that moves the chains. Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. They'll keep it in the hands of Kelly. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
You don't have to be a finished product to show us some pretty good glimpses of what could be in this league, and we just saw an example of it on that nice run there. When I looked at him coming out of college, I saw a guy with raw, terrific ability. I couldn't wait to see how it was going to be harnessed and polished up in the NFL. In fact, some people thought he could play a little slot receiver as well as run the football. This guy has the ability to be a big-time player with more seasoning.
Time running out here on the play clock. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Matt Jones, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. Here's the Redskins now as their kick unit will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the...
And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. They run with it. It's Kelly. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Washington. Deshaun Jackson, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. And it is now 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Bengals getting set to go. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Hill, the lone setback. And they'll give it to him here. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
But there's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
Dalton throwing on 2nd down. To the left side here for Eifert. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. A 4th down gamble with Dalton. And the catch good. It's Eifert. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position. They'll pitch it to Kelly. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
But we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit, both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Carlos Dansby able to finally get him for a loss of 16. And it's going to lead to a 4th down. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that. Yeah,
that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. Second down and just 1. They come up in an offset eye. To throw here, Dalton. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And it's 3rd and short.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
And Eifert has it. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Hill, the lone setback. Now a play fake here on first down. To the left side here for Eifert. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
They stick on the ground on first down with Hill. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
Got his man. It's Eifert. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. 11 yards on the pickup, and the Bengals are going to have a first down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. In the red zone this time. Now they send a man in motion right. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Ryan Hewitt as the first half is winding down. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. This is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. Got to figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal. Dalton on 3rd and goal. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Now the Bengals will settle for 3 as the field goal unit comes on here. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Bullock will put this one through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off that lead.
And now you put the pressure on your defense, who didn't particularly play all that well in the first half. But they're going to need to step it up here and make some plays if these guys are going to have any chance.
Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. They'll come out in the pistol. The drive starts with Rob Kelly. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
On the run, it's Kelly. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run.
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. But the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Now we've got whistles here before the snap. Was this on the Redskins? I think so. He loses 5 full yards to bring up 4th. Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. The play clock's running down. On 4th down, they do snap it to Cousins. And it is incomplete. A surprising move to go for, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. And a great spot to start this drive from here. They'll try to get the offense going with Hill. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Here's Dalton, and incomplete there. A nice hit, jars the ball free, and brings up 3rd down.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely, that was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. Third down, a shot here for Dalton. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. They'll get 11, but still a little short. Fourth down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be fourth and short.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. Little motion now from the tight end. They'll try to pass on fourth down. Dalton. This will be caught at about the 6. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a first and goal.
Well, the feel that I get on this is that they felt like 3 was just not going to be enough after getting this deep into their territory.
And, Charles, correct me if I'm wrong, but it didn't even look like they hesitated there. They knew they wanted to go for it.
That tells me that during the week, they were thinking about these situations, and they feel like maybe they're just the better team, and they want to go ahead and prove it conclusively.
When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop it.
They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down.
Well, as the play call comes in on third down, you have to think about 4-down territory here. Down a few touchdowns, they need points, and they need big points.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right. They'll run it with Hill. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Jeremy Hill taking it in. And the Bengals have got it back to a 1-score game. And they'll get set here looking for the 2-point conversion. Here's Dalton to throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And last time we saw them go for it in kind of an unusual situation. It's not like it's a fourth quarter do or die. They went for it, didn't get it. We'll see how that affects them this go-around.
Partner, I'm wondering if we're starting to see the effects of analytics coming into play here, where people are studying the number of possessions, how many times you should go for it, what position it leaves your team in. Maybe we're starting to see a little bit of that creeping into the NFL game.
Yeah, I think we've seen it in other sports, maybe into the NFL now as well. And quickly, they get to the line. A give. This is Kelly. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll make it second down. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now a second down throw for Cousins. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's third down. Throwing. Cousins. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Ray Malaluga. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them.
And this is caught inside the 5. A big play. Dalton to his favorite target, Green. 48 yards.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, it allowed for the big completion.
Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football. But I think a Bengal player was able to get in there. He was. And they'll keep possession of the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. The fumble, but they're able to maintain possession. Now it's second down. Hill, the lone setback. Dalton throwing on second down. That is caught. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A.J. Green from 13 yards out. And the Bengals have taken the lead here in the 4th. They'll try and throw for it. And no, incomplete. They can't convert. So they tried to bump the lead up to a field goal. Instead, it stays at 1 here in the 4th. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you...
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They've got to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Chris Baker, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
It's second down. Dalton looking. And caught right side. Green. He got 29 yards that time. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, we talk about collective.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Cousins on first down. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Now Cousins. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, 4th down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go now. 3-19. Detroit! Detroit! Watch him now, Barney. Barney! Leopard! 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 Leopard!
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Desperation time. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere.
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Jeremy Hill, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Not only touchdown number 2 for him, but a big run to boot. However, still trailing.
Still trailing, but not because of his efforts. Boy, he's playing really well, and I love his long speed there, right? Able to get out there and burst all the way to the end zone, and smart enough to keep the ball in his hands and get into the end zone for the touchdown. In 2016, on all levels of football, we're seeing guys drop it before the goal line. What's the rule, Brandon? Run into the goalpost.
That's right.
Before you drop the ball.
That.
There you go.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. Big yardage that time for the Redskins. 41 yards. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. 1st down, here's Cousins. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of 2 halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened, because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
But they certainly got dented with that 1st down run. So now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
2nd down, Dalton. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. So the offense dealing with a 3rd and 6. 3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It goes for a gain of 10, and it's a 1st down.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark, because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late, tough.
Now they've got
a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. A pickup there of 37. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll try to pound it in with Hill. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And the offense here just looking to stay in bounds, complete the short passes, and put this game on ice. Hill to try again. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Just keep the ball on the ground. Do a little pounding. Chew up some clock. If they can get it in, that might be enough to get them home. And if not, the clock is definitely their friend.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. From the 3-yard line once more. Now here's 3rd and goal. Dalton on 3rd and goal. And that is incomplete.
And that was a nice play. He knocked it away, but obviously you want the interception in this situation. You want to take away any chance and they have any decision to make on 4th down. But things happen so quickly in the end zone in this compressed area of the field that you're just happy to knock it away and not allow a touchdown.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. They tried to let the fullback pound it in between the tackles, but he stopped up short. And the Redskins are able to come up with a goal line stand. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better. Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. I always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
On the catch, it's Crowder. They'll get 23 yards there, and it'll be 1st down, Washington. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
He's back to throw. This one caught by Crowder. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. He'll look to throw. Ryan Grant, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that play's a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game.
Oh, no, he lost the football.
For the defense.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Ray Malaluga. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And out now, here come the Bengals. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. To throw here, Dalton. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't get...
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So out now come the Redskins. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get...
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
All right, here we go.
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Detroit! Detroit!
One last shot now for Cousins. He's got time. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.